My wife of 20 years said, "Let me tell you the truth." I remember the exact moment her voice broke through the silence. Not trembling, not guilty, smug, triumphant. "Let me tell you the truth," she said, staring at me like she was already free of me. "Your best friend Bob gave me the baby I always wanted. We've been together for years. And your parents? They love him more than they ever loved you. Don't bother calling them. They're hosting our engagement party next week." Her lips curved like she'd won a war. She thought this was the killing blow. She had no idea the blade had already been pulled from her chest by me. 20 years, 2 decades of loyalty, of sacrifices, of building a home brick by brick. I trusted her with everything, my money, my secrets, my family. I called Bob my brother. He stood beside me at my wedding. He carried my father's coffin. When she struggled to conceive, I carried her pain as my own. I thought we shared the weight. I thought the baby we finally got was a miracle. But it wasn't my miracle. It was his. Looking back, the signs were there. Bob always, too available. My parents' smiles, too bright when he was around. Her eyes lingering on him when she thought I wasn't watching. I wasn't blind. I was loyal. The truth came to me in fragments. A phone bill with late-night calls she couldn't explain. A photo on Bob's wife's phone, him holding my son. Too proud, too familiar. My mother's slip? Bob has always been like a son to us. Suspicion became certainty the night I checked the baby's birth certificate again. Blood type mismatch. Impossible. I didn't rage. I didn't scream. I swallowed the poison and let it sharpen me. Revenge is best executed with precision, not passion. I became a ghost in my own house, silent, invisible, watching. I installed cameras. I recorded whispers, touches, confessions. I copied bank statements. I traced money she had siphoned from our accounts. I visited lawyers quietly, doctors discreetly. And one night, when she thought she was seducing me, I left my phone recording on the dresser. That was the night she gave me everything. Her voice, her betrayal, her confession. I didn't send it to her. I sent it to Bob's pregnant wife. And to the judge overseeing Bob's custody case with her. And, most important, to my parents, the ones she swore were already against me. I didn't tell her. I let her think she still had the power. Bob's wife called me first. She didn't cry. She didn't rage. She simply said, "I'll destroy him in court. Thank you." The baby she carried wasn't his escape. It was his chain. Then the judge called. The recording was damning, enough to shatter Bob's credibility. The custody case turned, the assets froze, his life crumbled before he could even blink. Finally, my parents. The video arrived during dinner. My mother called me, voice shaking, asking me to come over. They watched every second. They heard her laughter, her venom, her plan. By the time I walked in, they weren't hosting her engagement. They were disowning her. She revealed her truth proudly that night, in our living room, standing tall as if she had finally cut the last thread. What she didn't know, what made the moment perfect, was that by then, the walls had already collapsed around her. I didn't shout. I didn't argue. I simply stood, watching the smugness drain from her face as her phone lit up. One notification, then another, then dozens. Bob's wife had posted the recording. The judge's notice followed. My parents' statement arrived. Every mask fell from her face at once. Her smirk twisted into panic. Her voice cracked for the first time in years as she stammered, "What? What did you do?" I looked at her. 20 years of love, wasted. 20 years of loyalty, mocked. And I said, "I didn't do anything. You confessed. I just let the world hear it." By morning, Bob was gone, locked in legal battles, abandoned by friends, despised by family. She tried to call him, but his wife had already blocked her. She tried to run to my parents, but the doors were closed. She tried to fight me in court, but every penny she stole was traced back. every lie shredded under oath. I watched her fall, not with joy, but with clarity. This wasn't revenge for the sake of pain. It was justice, a correction. Now I sit in silence, my home empty but clean. The photographs on the wall no longer mock me. The air is lighter. Do I mourn her? No. The woman I loved never existed. She was a mask worn by a stranger. And Bob? He's just a footnote in the story of my survival. I don't regret a single move. Every second of patience, every ounce of restraint, every calculated strike, it was worth it. Because when she told me, "Let me tell you the truth," she thought she was breaking me. She didn't realize I was already free.